Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2015. This will be after week 3, going into week 4, Pepmans best to last. I'm Dale Ross.
And I'm the Pepman, Matt Morrow, so let's go ahead and jump into it. And this one was a challenge after this one. All right, from the bottom to the top, like we always do. Number 22, Garinger, scored 10 points against West Mac, but that's not enough to move him up.
Right.
21, Porter Ridge. I know you were there.
Yep.
You saw they moved the ball against South Mac, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot and couldn't score. So they dropped down one spot. Harding, I dropped down one spot to number 20 after their loss to West Charlotte. Moved Olympic up 2 spots to number 19 after a pretty good performance against Independence. They didn't win, but it wasn't the game that we expected.
Right.
Put East Mac down 3 spots to number 18 this week after losing to North Mac 27-3. 17 is Hopewell. I actually moved them up a spot. They were in the game against Mooresville for a while. Very competitive, and then Mooresville kind of took it over late. But Hopewell's still showing well. 16, I moved West Charlotte up 1 spot. Big win over Harding.
So let's stop right there. I just want to make a quick comment. I think I agree with just about everything. I might actually move Porter Ridge up over Harding. They didn't look too bad. They shot themselves in the foot by a bad snap to the punter near the goal line that ended up going into the end zone, touchdown. And they fumbled the ball. When they were driving to score, they fumbled the ball around the 40, and South Mac scooped it up and scored a touchdown. So 2 of South scores were on fumble recoveries. Okay. So Porter Ridge looked like they're small, but and you know what? I really can't argue about any of the others.
All right. Oh,
that's not much argument either. So.
All right, now at 15, I have West Mac moving up a spot and going to 2-1 on the season with their win over Garinger. 14, I had to drop Providence down 5 spots.
Sure.
I struggled a bit against Myers Park. They're going through some injuries right now. A lot of their key players are out in that game. Number 13, Rocky River, no change. They did win a shootout against Sun Valley, 46-39. Number 12, Independence moves down 2 spots, even though they won against Olympic. Wasn't a very impressive win on the offensive side of the ball, but their defense played very well. Number 11, Barry was off, but they do move up a spot.
Okay, so just because now we're going to crack into the top 10, and I'm sorry, folks, I just want to, if I agree or disagree with them, and I think from 15 to 11, those are probably pretty good picks. I think I'm right with you on that. Some of these, the one I'm wondering in my mind is where's Independence and Rocky River going to fall out, but that's later to be concerned. Rocky River is not moving up like you would expect them to, and after the 3rd week of the season, maybe getting things in gear, and Independence seems to be doing this thing. So anyway,
top 10, here we go.
Here we go.
If you haven't heard your name yet, it's probably coming up. Number 10, the big mover, North Mac, moves up 4 spots with a very impressive victory over East Mac. I know you were there. Short bit about what you saw from North Mac. Yeah,
North Mac looks very good on the defensive side of the ball, especially. I don't know if that has most to do with the East Mecklenburg offensive line, but they look very solid. They've got some good, solid ball players that you'll hear about in the Players of the Week on that side of the ball. And offensively, they've got I think they've got a gem, a diamond in the rough in Emmanuel Wilson running the ball. They look like they can be a challenge to the next Mecca team that you'll hit here. One of the next 2 Mecca teams who I believe that's how they're going to fall in the Mecca. But North Mac's opened my eyes. Yes.
Number 9, Myers Park moves up 2 spots.
Okay.
They took advantage of the Providence players being out. They executed well on offense, won 38-8 over them.
Can I say, we talked in the video last week that I said that Myers Park needed more offense. They've been passing the ball, needed to run the ball a little better, but they showed some offense in this game. So I don't know if they've corrected things or if it's Providence, but that's a good win.
Number 8, I moved South Mac down 3 spots. They won 34-0 over Porter Ridge, but you made the point with Porter Ridge being able to move the ball on the ground.
Okay.
And they got 2 defensive scores off of that. So
Right. It's hard to call right now, but
these teams are very close.
Yeah.
Very close in this grouping right here. Number 7, Huff, 3-0, move up a spot.
Surprising me, guys.
And they won 23-6 over Lake Norman. And Lake Norman didn't score until very late in the game.
Pep, if they make it into the top 5, I'm probably going to eat just a little bit of crust.
Number 6, A.L. Brown moves up
Yeah.
a spot. They won 56-7 over Northwest Cabarrus. Not the strongest opponent, but
Right.
A.L. Brown the last 2 weeks has destroyed inferior opponents, and
The way they should. Put
Right.
them away the way they should. Yes.
and that is impressive in its own right.
Over 100 points, right, in 2 games.
Right.
Pretty impressive.
Number 5, Ardrey Kell moves up a spot.
Yeah.
Very impressive win over Marvin Ridge. Same Marvin Ridge team South Met kind of struggled with a little bit. Ardrey Kell just went and blew him out the water.
Right, exactly.
56-12.
Very impressive win.
So that tier right there, those teams, I would say 5 through 10 are all kind of close.
Right.
Not too much separation in that group.
And maybe even down to 11, because I think Barry's, we're going to have to see. They need to play a little more.
They got a test coming up with Cuthbertson
That's
this
right.
week.
Very big.
And that's going to tell us a lot about
Yes, sir.
how high, we think they can go.
Yeah.
So the top 4, no changes here. Number 4, Catholic, went out and destroyed Country Day 42-0.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Big win in the Cook Cup, a big
Yes.
victory in that rivalry. Number 3, Butler, equally as impressive,
Yes. 45-0
over Western Alamance.
Just put a good complete game together. It
Yeah.
looked like. Yes.
Yeah. Number 2, Vance.
Yeah. They made a statement for the state of North Carolina,
Yes, they
at
did.
least. Thank you, Vance.
28-7 win over George Washington out of Danville, Virginia. A very good team in that area. And for me, I left number 1, Mallard Creek, only because I think they're still the best in the city, even though they lost at Burns in a controversial way with the blocked field goal and all that. Burns is a known power, and they went down there and they held their own, even though they got off to a rough start. They showed, the same moxie we talked about when them coming back from Butler.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the same kind of resolve in coming back against Burns and had to lead late, but just couldn't pull it out.
So for me, the gap's like this now between Mallard Creek and Vance, in my opinion. I'm so close, as I told Matt off camera, I'm so close to promoting Vance over Mallard Creek. And the reason being, the things that Burns did against Mallard Creek, Vance can do, and that's throw the ball. And I really wonder what would have happened had rain not set in, what would have happened in that ball game, because it certainly was not rolling in Mallard Creek's favor. And they were kind of like a boxer that's, the opening of the round, he takes 10 shots to the head, and he's still standing, but he's wobbling around. So what would have happened? But they put themselves there. They are a good team. The potential is there for them to be a great team. I'm just not. I don't right now see them where I thought I would see them as a team. I thought they'd be a little more ahead of where they are, because they looked the part. They got the part.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. Those 2 teams are going to face each other. Good chance they'll be undefeated when they.
Well, the
face
good
each other.
thing here is they're going out and challenging themselves.
Yes.
Both of these teams went on the road against powers, and they're seeing where they are.
Right.
How many years have we seen these guys sit here and play cupcakes?
Yep.
In the non-conference, and then go into conference, and then play it out, and then they get in the playoffs, and then they see someone that is really good. They haven't faced that kind of competition,
Right.
and they lose. So that I applaud both Coach Brand and Coach Palmieri for taking on those challenges.
So for both of them, they still have another very big test coming up, and Vance has one this week. Mallard Creek's got almost a week off, a bye week with Garinger. Vance has South Point coming in.
He
this
said
week.
it, Garinger, not me.
Motivation. If you need motivation, we're here to give it to you in some manner. We probably just gave Mallard Creek motivation. It's probably not good for you, Garinger, but we're giving you motivation too. But
real quick,
yeah.
someone asked about how the conferences break down, and we'll run through that real quick here. In the Southwest, I got Butler first, Myers Park second, Indy third, Rocky River fourth, East Meck fifth, Porter Ridge sixth, Garinger seventh.
I agree.
In the Mecca, Mallard Creek number one, Vance number two, A.O. Brown third, Huff fourth, North Meck fifth, West Charlotte sixth, and Hopewell seventh.
Yeah, and I think
Heck of a conference.
Yeah, I think right there that at least 3 through 5 is going to be very, very tough. Those are, and of course Huff may again prove us wrong, but that's a very, very good conference. I think even when you get down to, Hopewell's not the cupcake that we see in the other two conferences.
Not at all.
So,
not at all. There's no gimmies there.
No.
In the South Meck 8, Catholic number 1, Ardrey Kell number 2, South Meck 3rd, Berry 4th, Providence 5th, West Meck 6th, Olympic 7th, and Harding 8th.
Yeah, I think so. I still, right now, I'd say right now, based on their performance right now, I agree. I think we're going to see South Meck move up. Still wondering what's going to happen with Berry. And Providence, I don't know. Providence is probably might stick right there, and they very well could drop another notch. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at with the best of last this week. Let us know how we did. If we got it wrong, or if I got it wrong, please let me know. I'm not above eating crow. I hadn't ate any yet.
Nope, I haven't.
Anything can happen.
Put your list down below in the in our if it's on YouTube, you can put it on comment section. But we'd love for you to come to the forum and put it into the forum where this video will also be posted. Thanks, and we'll be back next week if some of these coaches don't kill us or players. Have a good one.